Morgan, how do you start discussing estate planning with clients? Because it's a very delicate topic.
It is. So I like to start right in the onset when I'm meeting with a prospect, and we'll talk about with existing clients too. And with a simple opening question, tell me about your estate plan. Because I'm typically going to get one of three answers. I just did it. I'm so proud. We just signed. It's been 10 years ago. Maybe I should look at that, or I've done nothing. And then that's kind of the launching ground to go into further conversations.
And then what kind of homework do you make them do in terms of gathering their documents? Because a lot of times there's gaps.
There are gaps. I mean, the number one gap is that, well, one, if they can locate their document, but are their beneficiaries aligned? Have they changed registrations on accounts? If they have a trust, that's the number one gap I see. But that really is the homework, is to say, hey, share your documents so I can review them and we'll discuss, right? Are the people you named and the way that you set it up and structured it a while back still valid today?
And the people that they named, this may include trustees, lawyers, accountants, various parties. How do they get chosen? How do you help clients choose them?
That's a tough one, but very important, because they're all big roles to fill. I mean, I think for me, the number one thing is that they know it doesn't have to be the same person. I feel like that's kind of a myth, or common to set up your executor the same as your trustee. But as you're thinking about all of the various kind of skill sets that you're looking for and relationship dynamics, really just kind of playing it out with them.
To push that a little bit further, how do you pressure test some executors to really know that they're up for the job? Because people might just choose their sister or a cousin because they like them a lot, but they may not be the best person for that role.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest way, and nothing's ever easy, but hey, have they served as an executor before? That's always a good one. Again, doesn't happen often. But otherwise, it's really just putting yourself in the shoes of the ultimate beneficiary and thinking through, okay, if it is your sister, what's that relationship like? What does she do day to day? Like, how would you envision her handling this? She's distraught that you're gone. Kind of talk me through it, and that gets the wheels turning.
And then finally, over at Bogart Wealth, how do you make sure that the plan is working? Because they remain dormant for a long time, and then something happens, sadly, a death. And then all of a sudden, all these documents and these people get thrown out there, and it all has to work. So how do you check in over the course of a trust, of an estate plan, to make sure that everything's going well, even though no one's really thinking about it?
Yeah, so we do like to review them every 3 to 5 years. So just having that process in place, right? Maybe nothing else has changed. Let's go through it. Another big catalyst, I spent hours at the end of 2024 and into 2025, was Secure Act, right? So it came out in 2020. IRS kind of finalized it, and it made huge changes to your non-spousal beneficiaries. That alone was reason to check all the trusts and say, is there conflicting language?
All right, well, thanks a lot for coming on and talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.